Hey guys, Dakara here and welcome back to my channel. Today we're on season 4 episode 14 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I've been really ill guys, I'm still not over it just yet, but I didn't want to be out of the office for too long. So I wanted to get cracking on Buffy today. It always puts me in a good mood, it makes me smile, and I know I can guarantee I'm going to have a good time. So let's roll that intro and get stuck into this reaction. Here we go.
Sends me down into the sewers with one of those blasto guns. And the next thing I know, it's raining monsters.
Hallelujah.
You're saying that Maggie Walsh set you up?
She sent me on a one-way recon.
You do have bleeding, tragic taste in men.
Doesn't she just though?
You think Riley was out knitting booties for your future offspring while Maggie was stringing you up?
Surely had nothing to do with that. Surely not.
We'd be remiss if we didn't think all the possibilities.
No. Maggie made sure that he was nowhere around when...
True.
I'm guessing the mad scientist isn't too keen on the fact that the entire Scooby Gang knows that the initiative is up to no good.
What could have happened to make Professor Walsh want to kill you?
She wasn't keen on the fact that I was asking a lot of questions, that's for sure.
Although I can only imagine what she'd be so desperate to hide.
She do be dead now, so. Lovely.
We need to relocate someplace we're less likely to be found. Xander, what about your basement?
Absolutely not. I will not squat in that dank hole.
What? It was good enough for me, but you're above it all?
Precisely. I don't see why we can't stay right where we are. Very unlikely those initiative boys are going to come round here to look for our...
Buffy, what happened?
You know?
I know something went down.
Maggie tried to kill me.
It didn't work, but they're all upset anyway.
I love her. I love her.
And how do you know something happened? I was on a mission. I'm not sure. Look, let's just keep our heads and not jump to any... That's Hostile 17.
I'm just a friend of Xander's. Bugger it, I'm your guy.
It's a really long story. But he's not bad anymore.
Hey, what am I? A bleeding broken record? I'm bad. It's just, I can't bite anymore.
That you've known where he's been all along?
If you're trying to kill her.
You're hiding in HST? Why don't you just back off and let her ask the questions, Jack? Your boss just tried to make monster food out of her. All I know is Professor Walsh told me you were dead. Then I saw you on the monitors. There must be something making her act this way.
She was getting close to something that Professor Walsh was trying to hide. See, I've heard rumors that the initiative isn't all that we've been told.
That's not what happens there.
Riley.
I would know.
He's spiraling now. He's in denial. He doesn't want to believe it. Jesus. Not quite the hero he was expecting, I bet.
What am I?
You're a monster.
What are you?
I'm a boy. What's that for?
Jesus.
Dr. Walsh?
She do be dead.
Adam?
That would never happen. That's why they call them cartoons, not documentaries.
Must we have the noise? My head is splitting.
Well, look who's cranky bear in the morning.
Yes, I can't imagine why I didn't sleep well in my beach ball.
Riley's just confused, that's all.
You know, you really should get yourself a boring boyfriend, like Xander.
That was the idea. Riley was supposed to be Mr. Joe Guy.
So dump him. But you can't have Xander.
Turn that TV. Now!
A source in the coroner's office tells us that the boy was stabbed with what looks like some kind of large skewer.
The Polgara demon had a skewer in its arm.
Oh, he really did kill that little boy.
I'm going to the crime scene to see what I can find out.
I love those PJs.
When I find it, I'm going to make him pay for taking that kid's life. I'll make him die in ways he can't even imagine. That probably would have sounded more commanding if I wasn't wearing my yummy sushi pajamas.
I mean, I bought it anyway, Gail. Bought it anyway.
Professor Walsh tried to have Buffy killed. What? Buffy thinks that she's getting too close to something, that Professor Walsh has some secret.
I wouldn't put it past Buffy to get on Professor Walsh's bad side. Always wanting to know why this and why that.
And you're saying she should die because of that?
I don't know. Maybe Professor Walsh found out that Buffy was up to something bad. If she tried to kill Buffy, maybe Buffy needed killing.
Oof. I'm not liking the way this is going.
Professor Walsh is dead.
And now they're going to think that Buffy's done it. They haven't even moved it yet.
She's been staked, wouldn't you say, brother?
What?
Only one person I can think of who could do something like that.
Yeah, the monster with the stakey thing.
We don't know a person did this. A Polgara demon has a skewer that comes right out.
A Pulgara, that's what I was thinking.
Supernatural freak is blinding you and I'm sick of it.
That's enough!
Stand
Enough!
back, man. Show some respect.
Everybody's upset.
That dude can't act, can he? Bless him.
Looks like last night the Polgara escaped through Tunnel 72.
It's out loose somewhere.
I'm afraid so.
What a mess.
But I'm still in charge until the brass gets here and tells me otherwise. I say we've got a demon to hunt.
I'm trying to think what's going to happen here now. They're going to lose some men in the process, I think. So that Riley feels bad about making those orders.
It's warm.
Oh, Spike. Is that necessary? I knew it. I knew he'd be there.
Hey, look, I'm sorry about earlier. And the Spike thing isn't as tweaked as it looked. Hello? I'm apologizing here.
Maggie's dead. Happy now?
Of course I'm not happy. What happened?
That's classified.
Classify the Polgara. I'm gonna find it and destroy it. And then you can stop asking me how happy all this death makes me.
If they're on the rocks. I mean, it makes sense that things are a bit tense, though, let's be honest. Some heavy stakes here.
I hope you don't think that I just come over for the spells and everything. I mean, I really like just talking and hanging out with you and stuff. I know that. But you want to do a spell. I've been thinking about that last spell we did all day. Well, this one should be really fun, too. We conjure the goddess Thespia to help us locate demonic energy in the area. The goddess Thespia? Are you sure we're ready for that? This is beneath us.
She seems very smitten by Willow and is willing to do anything that Willow asks of her. That's the vibe I'm getting. Oh, I've not seen this guy in a bit.
But I need to know if you've heard anything about a Polgara demon doing some killings in the last few days.
I don't talk behind people's backs no more. If they see me dealing with you, then I'm just the same old Willie, working both sides of the street.
I'm gonna have to punch you, aren't I?
Just once, and it don't have to hurt. Just make it look good.
Ow! Ow! Not yet. I haven't touched you.
No, I can't talk to you.
What do you know? You heard anything about 314? What are you doing here?
I want you to tell me. Who are you?
You're shaking.
He just harbors demons, which makes him a good guy like you. The truth, Buffy. Now.
You have the truth.
No leaving till I say so. Oh, what's happening to me?
Like, what is happening to him, though?
Stop it.
It's like something's crawling inside. I thought I knew. I don't know which team I'm on, who the bad guys are. Maybe I'm the bad guy.
Why would you be the bad guy?
No. Don't you even think that?
Why is he sick, though? Has someone done this to him, or is it just like he's just overwhelmed with everything that's going on, that he's spiraling a bit?
Something's affecting him physically, and it's getting worse.
You think Professor Walsh did something to him?
I don't know, but I'm ready to find out.
That's gonna be tough, what with Maggie's deadness and all.
Xander.
Xander, you and I are going undercover.
Hey, remember before? No Xander. Not in a boyfriend way or lead him to a certain death way.
He's the only one with military experience.
It's not like he was in the NAM. He was G.I. Joe for one night.
I'll be careful.
It's a minor point, but how do you plan to get into the initiative?
I have my clearance. I'm hoping she didn't have time to revoke it.
So, the square is Sunnydale. And when we do the incantation, we both blow it onto the square at the exact same time. But how does it work? When the potion mixes, it creates this mist over the parts where the demons are.
Wow.
They're going to be everywhere in this.
With your knowledge, may we go in safety.
What is she doing?
Or not.
Why does she not want to do this? In case it lights her up? Is she a demon? Or is she trying to protect her like she feels like the spell's too much? I'm confused.
Wow, Well, we'll know in a few seconds if my clearance is still good.
Or if we're about to die at the hands of 50 grief-fueled military goons.
Okay, this could go real bad.
Holy moly.
I know.
I totally get it now. Can I have sex with Riley too? Quick, pretend to make out with me.
What are you talking about? Could you possibly draw more attention to us?
Xander, what the hell?
Military guys and scientists do not make out with each other.
For God's sake.
It wasn't even like the spell went wrong. It just wouldn't.
If it's any consolation, we haven't fared much better here.
Or does maybe Tara just feel a bit used?
Riley,
Where's Buffy?
she went to find out what's making you sick.
I'm not sick. You're telling me she went to the initiative? Staying away from the stairs?
No, you're gonna get Buffy killed.
Hey! The longer they go without their meds, everyone's off their schedules because of the professor's death. It's dangerous.
Especially since they won't understand what's happening to
Oh my God, of course, because he takes those medications, those vitamins every morning. So he's been being drugged and he's forgotten to take them in this madness.
The pisser of a day, isn't it? Those army blokes are on a tear. Yeah, what's that?
Okay.
You can tell me what you did to Riley, and after that, we can take a tour of room 314.
Somebody's coming, you know.
Monitors are non-functional at this time, sir.
Maggie wanted me dead, didn't she?
She did. It was her own vendetta.
Why?
It was the project. It escaped.
That's enough. You're making her sound like some psychopath.
Engelman said Walsh was feeding you drugs.
You're doing this to me, aren't you?
Okay, I am trying to help you get to the truth.
You want truth? Then tell me. What did you do to her, Buffy?
Stop it! Everything that we need to know is here. We just need to find out what was in 314.
Me.
He managed to get back there.
I want to learn about me, so I came home.
Maggie would want you to stand down.
But I seem to have a design flaw.
She pieced you together from parts of other demons.
And man and machine. Mother wrote things down. That's how I learned that I have a job here. Riley Finn. Mother created you too.
I have a mother. A real...
A birth mother. But after you met Maggie, she taught you how to think. How to feel. She fed you chemicals to make you stronger. She said that you and I were her favorite children.
I'm not like you.
That's pain, isn't it? Because your feeding schedule, the chemicals have been interrupted?
No, that's betrayal, that. Betrayal.
No.
Oh, Xander, why would you run in there? Because he's not even budging.
Doctor?
Oh, he loves killing doctors, doesn't he? I mean, they're not of any use. They're not important. Oh, shit, he got stabbed then.
We got a demon in here. It escaped through that vent. She's telling the truth. I saw it.
He needs to go to a hospital. I'm going with him.
It's a military hospital. We take care of our own around here, understand? Escort them out.
Jesus, he's having a rough time of it, Spike, lately, ain't he?
Kill other demons, and the rest of us don't hold with that.
Oh dear, you are in trouble.
I never should have let them take Riley. I need to be with him.
I'm sure he's okay.
Everything he's ever believed in has been taken away, or he's alone. He has nothing to hold on to.
It's got you. And your scarf. So this episode was quite enlightening, really. There was a lot of trust being tested with the Scoobies and the Initiative, with Buffy and Riley, with Riley and everything, with Tara and Willow, Anya and Buffy. Like, literally everyone's trust was tested and pushed to a limit as well. There was a lot of insecurities in this episode. Everyone had their worries and their troubles when it comes to what side they're on, who to believe, who to rely on. Yeah, it was a heavy one. It was weird having confirmation that Professor Walsh had died. She just seemed to go so quick. And I'm not sold by this like 314 Adam big bad. I'm not sold on him. Like, he's extremely strong, like I get that. He's not doing it for me, let's just say that. Am I worried that Buffy can fight him? Yes, I am. But I do think that, like Willow said, there's going to be a weakness there, and he's going to be slaying either way. I do really feel for Riley in this one because, as Buffy pointed out, his whole world has been turned upside down. He thought that Professor Walsh was someone that he could always rely on, a mother figure that he could trust, that he looked up to, that he admired. And that wasn't to be the case. This woman has been drugging him for the majority of his life, manipulating him and controlling him in ways that he never imagined was even possible. And he didn't ask any questions like Buffy did. And he's blaming himself for that now. I'm sure he is at this point. There's being naive and selectively being in the dark, you know? And I think he's been guilty of both in this situation. Problem is that through meeting Buffy and stuff, he has gained some great characteristics from her and knowledge from her. He's also hindered his relationships that he's grown prior to Buffy. Like, is it his name Forrest, is it? Their relationship is definitely rocky at this point. He feels though Buffy is the one that has manipulated his mind. But he doesn't know yet what Riley knows. He doesn't know that these vitamins that she's been feeding all of her soldiers is her way of controlling them. So messed up, so messed up. And she has created this stupidly powerful being that even the Slayer can't fight, right now at least. And he's just killing innocents left, right and centre. I think it's the look of this big bad that I'm distracted by, I want to say. I feel like he could have been scary and more like, I feel the threat would be bigger if he just looked human. I find that scarier than this like monster mashup, you know, of technology and demons and humans. Instead of being like this strange hybrid, I feel like he could have had a human appearance with demonic gifts. I'd find that to be more scary because he could roam the earth then and go in undetected. I don't know, I feel like the threat would have been bigger, but that's just me. I love Giles as always. Like in this episode, he was cautious of Riley, but he never made Buffy feel as though she wasn't heard as well. Like it was like, look, we need to be careful. But I'm not saying Riley's guilty of this, but let's just be careful, you know? I just feel like he handled it very well. And his comedy in this one was golden as well, like him not wanting to stay at Xander's, etc. Anya is one of my favourites. Like the way that she says or delivers her lines is just amazing. It gets me every time. And she's like threatened by anyone showing interest in Xander. She's a very, what's the word, territorial when it comes to the things that she loves, and Sandra's one of those things. She says it how it is. The situation with Willow and Tara, I'm so confused by, but like loving the fact that I'm confused by it. I just find her really interesting because she's so like lovey-dovey for Willow. Like she seems very into her, but I've got a red flag because of that as well. What is her reasonings for being there? You know, can we trust her? She didn't do this spell. What reasons were for her to dodge that one? Is it because she's hiding something big, or is she worried that Willow is going to get too drunk on Wicca, you know? Like, I have so many questions when it comes to them. And I can see that Willow is definitely intrigued by Tara as well. But again, like, I don't know if she's so excited about the prospect of having a Wicca friend and wanting to utilize that power. She was being really reassuring of Tara, saying that that's not her reasons and that she just likes hanging out with her. But it could be underlying thoughts that she's had there and she's just wanting to push them down. I don't know at this point. But I'm gonna, like I always say, I want to enjoy the ride, guys. My voice is going, so I'm gonna leave it there. I want to thank you all for watching my reaction to this video. I I'm obsessed with this show, and it means the world that you're watching along with me. It genuinely does. If you want to see these in their extended form, head over to my Patreon. They're early and extended over there. And I look forward to reading your comments, as always. And I hope to see you for the next video, guys. Bye for now. Bye. And now it's time for a comment from the Dat Pack. And today I've chosen the lovely Collinson, who says, Riley didn't recognize Spike in that earlier episode, as he was dressed up as in Xander's clothes and pretending to be just a friend of Xander's here, with the best American pretending to be English, pretending to be American accent. Also, Lavanya and her no filter with the, oh, we've tried spanking. She's so funny. Right, this, Collinson, thank you for this, because I was so confused at the thought of Riley not recognizing Spike. But like Collinson said, he was wearing Xander's clothes and, you know, just pretending to be American like he does. And then in this episode, when I finally saw Riley face to face with Spike, he did recognize him, but he wasn't really sure at first. He had these doubts, and then Spike put on that accent again, and he was like, come on now, you're not feeling anyone. And yes, I love Anya. I love her no filter. I love everything about her. And yeah, comedy is golden as always. And I want to thank Collinson for leaving your lovely comment as well, helping me out there as always, and being so supportive over on Patreon as well. It does not go unnoticed. And yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, hope to see you all for the next video. Bye for now.